I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, April the 6th, 2016. Israel's Ministry of Defense announced yesterday that the 3 Israelis killed in a terror attack in Istanbul last month will be recognized as victims of hostile enemy activity. The ministry stated in a letter that after looking at the evidence, it believes that there are, quote, reasonable grounds to assume that the attack in Istanbul was aimed at Israelis. This means the families of the victims and injured can receive financial assistance and other benefits from Israel's National Insurance Institute. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said at a meeting last week with Jewish leaders that the attack did not specifically target Israelis. However, the ministry's findings seem to indicate otherwise. The 3 Israelis who were killed in the bombing on March the 19th were 60-year-old Simcha Dimri, 40-year-old Yonatan Suer, and 69-year-old Avraham Goldman. Ynet reports that Jerusalem District Police took down a garden in Jerusalem yesterday which honors Palestinian terrorists. The garden, which was planted in the Arab neighborhood of Ras Al Amoud, pays tribute to 47 terrorists who were killed during the recent wave of violence, with pictures of the individuals and graffiti praising their actions. A joint statement from the Jerusalem municipality and the Israel police explained that this garden glorifies murder and terror and encourages additional violence and terror, adding that Israel police would investigate who initiated it. The controversial art collection of Cornelius Gurlitt is set to be exhibited later this year. The Museum of Fine Arts in Bern, Switzerland, and the Art and Exhibition Hall in Bonn, Germany, will show the display this coming winter. The museum said in a joint statement that the exhibition at the Art and Exhibition Hall in Bonn will deal more specifically with the history of the collection, and it is hoped it will contribute to further investigation of the provenance of the works. The pieces' provenance are in question as Gurlitt, who died in 2014, inherited the massive art collection from his father Hildebrand, who was known as art dealer to Hitler. And many of the works in the 1,500-piece collection, which include paintings by Monet, Matisse, Renoir, and Chagall, are believed to have been stolen from Jews during the Holocaust. The Reconstructionist Rabbinical College and Jewish Reconstructionist communities will hold a conference this weekend on the topic of wrestling with Jewish peoplehood. The gathering will address such issues as the contemporary diverse Jewish community and Jewish unity, among others. The conference is co-sponsored with the Mordechai M. Kaplan Center for Jewish Peoplehood, as well as with several Reconstructionist congregations, also with Temple University's Feinstein Center for American Jewish History, the Department of Jewish Studies at McGill University, the University of Pennsylvania's Jewish Studies program, Haverford College, and the National Museum of American Jewish History in Philadelphia, where the conference will take place. The Charles Bronfman Prize was awarded Monday night in New York City to director and co-founder of the International Refugee Assistance Project, Rebecca Heller. The prize honors Jews under the age of 50 who distinguished themselves in humanitarian work. Heller's organization provides free legal services to those fleeing war and persecution. On the Bronfman Prize website, Heller notes the Jewish value of repairing the world as inspiration for her work, stating, "For me, tikkun olam has always meant pursuing justice for those who are enslaved, disenfranchised, and in danger, shining a light on what is broken in the world and enlisting people with power to join the fight for the women, men, and children who cannot fight for themselves." The Associated Press reports that British actress Helen Mirren will host the Genesis Prize Award ceremony this year in Jerusalem. The $1 million prize is being presented to Israeli-American violinist Yitzhak Perlman for his accomplishments as a musician, teacher, and advocate for the disabled. Mirren, who is not Jewish, said in a statement that she was, quote, honored and humbled to host the ceremony. She said, "My connection to Israel and the Jewish people has truly been a part of making me what I am today, and I am very excited to be returning to this great country." The Oscar winner is noted for her vocal support of Israel. She has visited the country a number of times, including in 1967 when she volunteered on a kibbutz. Mirren has also received critical acclaim for her portrayal of several Jewish characters on film, including the role of a former Mossad agent in The Debt and of a Jewish refugee fighting to reclaim Nazi-looted art in Woman in Gold. This year marks the third Genesis Prize ceremony. American comedian Jay Leno hosted the first two. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will bestow the prize on Perlman at the ceremony on June the 23rd. The acclaimed violinist has said he will use the prize money for projects to assist individuals with disabilities and help develop young, talented musicians. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, April the 6th. At 7:30, former Canadian Minister of Foreign Affairs John Baird addresses the Jewish Federations of North America. At 8 o'clock, David Makovsky and IDF Brigadier General retired Michael Herzog, both of the Washington Institute for Near East Policy, discuss the stagnation of the Israeli-Palestinian peace process and suggest ways both sides could continue to push for a two-state solution. At 9 tonight, Mark Golub sits down with Muslim-Palestinian Bassem Eid, who founded a Palestinian human rights organization. Eid shares his positive perspective of Israel and discusses the bias against the moderate Palestinian majority favoring peace with Israel on tonight's L'Chaim. And at 10 tonight, God and Torah is discussed by Machon Hadar Rabbi Shai Held and New York Congregation Romamuz Rabbi David Ingber. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, April the 6th, 2016. I'm Teisha Bader.